devouring, talons ripping.
This is very well done.
Ooh, bacon.
Greetings, tasty morsels. It's Reverse BLT here. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome to the channel. It's time for episode 4 of the Sandman. This one's called A Hope in Hell. I'm sure you can tell from that title what this is about. So this looks like it's probably going to be the beginning of the, I'm just going to say the key arc so that I don't spoil anything. I doubt very much we're going to get the whole arc in this season. I'm going to assume that we're getting more than one season, or at least the plan is to have more than one season of this show. And I really doubt they're going to want to get all the way through that arc in this season. I think instead we're going to just get the part that sort of motivates the decision that sets up the key arc, if that makes sense. Though, considering they've been holding back on introducing Big Sis, my Bay of Bays, they might be using her reaction to what's going on in the key arc as the entry point for her, because that is also a very memorable scene. And I just hope they do it just like they have to find a way to do that. If they do it exactly like it was in the graphic novel, because it's hilarious, just her in her like workout gear basically. Just like try running around all over existence. Last episode we got a sort of a combo version of Constantine. So we got a mixture of Johanna and her descendant John. So kind of like both of their mannerisms and mixed together, but leaning more towards John in terms of attitude and behavior, though not quite as bad as John tends to get. He's cursed a lot, sure, but like I didn't really see a lot of John's really bad vices aside from the inability to maintain a healthy relationship. But yeah, it was interesting to see what pieces they pulled for which character to build this sort of composite version of Constantine. And we got Matthew, who, I had basically forgotten existed for a while, but I was super excited to see. And then we got like some bits that were sad, like the part about Rachel, who was Constantine's last bad breakup, and what happened because of her being left with this, vestment of, an impossible, like abstract being, which just basically locked her in a slow death of just being in a dream, and that was a real shame, it's one of the things that's interesting. The game likes to deal with is sort of the consequences that could happen to, a finite mind when faced with things of infinite scope that go beyond the normal, ability to reason with of like a linear, normal being like a human. That's one of the things I really like about his writing, is that sort of, the what happens when those two ideas collide, like the normal world, like this limited thing in between our ears and infinity, And as I said in that episode, it is honestly, in a lot of ways, it'd be great if some of this stuff really existed, but in a lot of ways, it's also kind of a good thing that it doesn't. You know what I mean? Because we'd be driven insane. That's one thing Lovecraft had right. It's probably the only thing he had right, racist piece of shit.
Well, why don't you tell us how you really feel?
Is that we would not be able to handle being confronted with all of that kind of knowledge. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of that. One of my random tangents, of course, and let's just go ahead and see what happens when Dream goes off to hell and takes poor Matthew with him. I know Gwendolyn Christie is playing Lucifer, and I can't wait to see her in the role. She looked so amazing in the images I saw. Almost like she walked right off the panel in a lot of ways, and it was just really cool. Even though, of course, Lucifer is not actually Satan's name, but that's a topic for a whole other discussion if we ever get to it. Let's just jump right in.
Hell does exist.
It does. For some.
Does that mean it doesn't exist if you don't believe in it?
Did you believe in it? When you were a man?
Yeah. I just didn't expect hell to be cold.
It's what you make of it. People who are there because they believe that's where they should be, basically.
I'm Rosemary.
Rosemary, I'm John.
Good to meet you, John. Come on, I'll introduce you to Susie,
Who's Susie?
my Rottweiler.
Possibly related, but did you know that in a survey that was taken years ago, British English was found to be the world's most trusted accent? Can you imagine your entire purpose being just to wait for someone to need to ring the doorbell?
My mother's work forces to move around quite a bit.
What does she do?
Actually, she passed away quite recently.
Oh, John,
It's only just happened, so I'm still a little bit.
of course. I'm so sorry, John.
She wasn't a very good person, I'm afraid. That's an awful thing to say, isn't it? Even if it's true.
No. I have a mother like that, too.
Really? What does she do?
She watches cable news all day. That's what she does. What about yours?
Wait a minute, is that Rose from Lost?
No?
When she was alive, my mother was a very successful thief.
Really?
It is. It's Rose.
Oh, we all look alike, do we?
I think lying is maybe the worst thing you can do to another person.
It's one of them.
I'm living proof of that.
But sometimes
Sure,
you
your
do have
mom
to lie.
loved you and was
I can't
proud of
stand
you.
lying, but
She did forgive me in the end,
For what?
my mom
stealing from her.
What did you
put that
steal?
A
into
ruby.
me.
But like
That
no
line is
other,
wrong.
like nothing you've ever seen. She had me arrested, of course, and thrown in prison.
For stealing the ruby?
And arson. And murder. General mayhem.
You murdered people?
They weren't good people.
The music does so many really nice, subtle things. They're just sort of the little shifts.
The landscape is subject to the whims of the morning star.
The Morning Star? We have to spend the night in this literally godforsaken...
Lucifer, morning star.
As in the devil?
The ruler of hell is no
Well,
mere
as in
devil.
a mistranslation
So you two know each
applied.
other?
Well, not
We've known each
mistranslation.
other
It's
for a
actually
very long time.
it's accurately translated.
When we
It's
first
just
met, Lucifer
misapplied.
was the angel Samael.
I forgot
There
the
we go.
devil used to be an
Samael
angel.
Not
is
just
a
any angel.
proper name.
The most beautiful,
Well, in theory, it's from the
wisest,
Book of
and most
Enoch.
powerful of all angels.
It always struck me as kind of funny because Gaiman got like everything right pretty much except for the whole Lucifer part.
How dare you, sir?
Keiko. Dream Lord.
Yep.
It is you.
Are we gonna actually take the time to cover this whole
I
bit?
greet you, Nada.
Keiko. How I have prayed for this day. I knew you would come.
It pains me to see you like this.
Does it?
Free me, Lord.
It's your freaking fault.
Only your forgiveness can free me. Do you not still love me?
It has been 10,000 years, Nada. Yes. still love you. But I have not yet forgiven you.
Believe it or not, they still made him a bit kinder than he was in the book. Because they didn't show us exactly what happened between those two. I'm hoping that that'll be like something that they do later. I'm assuming they just didn't want to stop the narrative to actually go into it. But my goodness, he was so awful to her.
People lie because they are selfish. They lie because they are human.
They lie because they're scared. People will say anything, do anything to keep from being hurt. That's what I think anyway.
You're very good, Rosemary.
I don't know what you mean.
I mean, I experience people as basically selfish, and you experience them as afraid, which they are. We all are. You're absolutely right. And good. Thank you.
Man, they're doing a really good job with those scenes. It helps that we've got two really good actors acting them out. Because anytime you have scenes that are just two people in a unchanging space talking, it could go south very quickly unless you have really excellent actors.
So, what did she do? How'd she end up here?
She defied me.
Wait, you put her here?
The morning star is letting me know that hell has prepared for my visit.
I'm glad we didn't get the whole story just in words, because I would love to see it unfold in a way similar to how it did in the graphic novel, really just artistic and over the top. Pentagrams. Inverted, of course, because the right side up pentagram is actually a symbol of protection against evil. Such theatrics. These abstract beings always have to be theatrical. Is that, Mazakine?
Hello, Dream.
Greetings to you, Lucifer Morning Star. And to you, Mazakine of the Lilim.
Greetings, Dream Lord.
Lilim, of course, are the offspring of humans and Lilith, who is said to be the mother of all demons.
If the Dream King wants his helm back, he will have to fight me for it.
Very well. I challenge you, Corazon.
Corazon. Whom will you choose to represent you?
I choose you, sire.
It's a miscalculation there, Dream. Oh, nice.
Apologies, Dream. But the laws of hell demand that I become his champion.
Let the challenge begin.
Well, they both get like instant costume changes.
I could use a drink, if you don't mind.
Sure, what would you like?
I don't know. I haven't been out in the world for 30 years.
You've been in prison for 30 years?
No, psychiatric hospital. You know, the beverage options were extremely limited, to say the least. After you.
He told you he murdered people and stuff. Twinkies! Ah, now I want Twinkies. I'm trying to, like, manifest Twinkies right now.
I need you to call
I really don't need Twinkies.
I'm sorry, what?
I need you to call 911 for me. The man I'm with is an escaped murderer.
You fucking with me?
Please just call 911.
You do what Rose says, damn it, or Bernard will find you.
Look, I think you're a little confused.
I was gonna say the thing reacts to any potential harm to him. It might kill him just because.
Rosemary, we need to go.
He kind of looks like someone who'd have a weapon. Yeah.
Let go of her. Sir, you don't stay where you are, I will shoot you.
Please don't.
You say please don't with a smile on your face as you approach. This is how you tell the difference between someone who kills in self-defense and someone who really wants to kill. He's enjoying the power now.
Are you gonna hurt me?
Are you taking me to my ruby? Then I have no reason to hurt you. Until you give me one.
So I always say one of the most dangerous things in the world is a coward who's given power to instantly kill someone. That's why I'm afraid of guns being in everybody's hands, because there's way too many people out there who would just instantly go to using it because they're cowards.
You think I'm fucking around here, Market Zero?
If I should not be able to leave this place, I would not have Lucienne left alone with no word of my fate. Not again. The sand will take you back.
I'm not going back.
Morpheus, am I interrupting a preliminary bout of some kind?
Just, ringside pep talk, Your Majesty. We came here for the helm, and we're not leaving here without it.
We shall see.
Dream, you're gonna have to do something about that insubordinate Raven.
I am a dire wolf. Prey stalking, lethal prowler.
I am a hunter. Horse-mounted. Wolf stabbing.
I am a serpent, horse biting, poisoned toothed.
I am a bird of prey. Snake devouring. Talons ripping.
This is very well done.
I am a butcher bacterium. Warm life destroying.
I am medicine.
I am a world. Space floating. Life nurturing.
I am a nova. All exploding, planet cremating.
I'm a black hole. All consuming. Honestly, can't remember how this went in the book, but that would be my response.
I am a universe.
Oh.
All things encompassing. All life embracing.
I am anti-life.
All of a sudden, Dark Side just got hard on somewhere.
The dark at the end of everything.
Rebirth.
What will you be then, Dream Lord?
Maybe his sister? But one thing more powerful even than that.
Dreams don't fucking die. Not if you believe in them. And I believe Dream of the Endless would never leave his raven here alone in hell with Lucifer.
Hope.
One thing that can't be extinguished. Well, not completely. Good answer to a riddle, guys. If someone ever asks you, like, what can't be seen but can, and I don't know, what can't be seen, what is eternal, cannot be extinguished, blah, 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 I don't know.
What are you talking about?
It's your move. What is it that kills hope?
Despair.
Coronson, give him his helm.
No.
Not because Lucifer couldn't think of something, but because Lucifer didn't want to think of something that would extinguish hope. Because Lucifer still has hope. Mazikeen is definitely also appropriate.
The ruler of hell is honorable indeed. I will not forget this.
Honorable? You joke, surely. Look out there, Morpheus. The billion lords of hell stand arrayed about you. Tell us, why should we let you leave?
Gotta love that royal we.
What power of dreams in hell?
Tell me, Lucifer Morningstar, what power would hell have if those here imprisoned were not able to dream?
Straight out of the book. That was line for fucking line.
One day, Morpheus,
Yep.
we shall destroy you.
I think this entire scene just now is word for word from the book. They give him the slow-mo hero walk at the end here.
Can you even see in that thing?
I can. I can see the ruby.
Maybe you should keep that thing on, buddy. But he somehow made it so that only he can use it. Now, how a human could hex something in a way that would affect the Endless, who knows? But the rules of magic and all that.
Something's wrong. Someone's altered it.
Matthew, you alright, buddy? Honey, why'd you stay?
You're a good person, Rosemary. Unfortunately, good people seldom survive in this world.
Just don't hurt Susie. Please. I don't care what happens to me, but
Here. Take it. Wear it. From now on, no one will be able to hurt you, not even me. There's no need to be afraid or tell a lie ever again.
don't you need it?
No.
Yes, you do. They're doing a really, really good job with this series so far, honestly. I can't even remember all of what was different in this, you know what I mean? But I definitely noticed the lines that were word for word out of the graphic novel. It was really interesting how they touched on the story of Dream and the woman that was begging him for forgiveness in hell. Like I said in the episode, I really hope that we get an actual representation of the story, like the way it was done in the comics, because it was just so artistic, and I would just love to see that. But I do understand why they didn't go ahead and take the time to show us all of that in the show. It would have it would have just basically just been out of place in the moment and ground everything to a halt. I loved seeing the battle of wits between Dream and Lucifer. It was very interesting how they realized it, the kind of like the dark place where they were saying their I guess you could say like their idea, and then having to outdo the previous idea with something that could nullify it. It was just a really cool way of kind of showing something like that. And it's one of my favorite things from just folklore in general, is how like magic beings like to go up against each other in these battles of wits, and how it always ends up coming down to something like that. So it's not really usually like an actual physical fight, it's a fight of intellect, which I just always find really cool. Gwendolyn Christie had, just this one segment of the series, but she nailed it. She blew it, just hit it right out of the park, because she's just that talented, and they played off of each other really well. So definitely a great scene to watch. Patton Oswalt, I have to double check and make sure that is Patton Oswalt. I'm going to keep calling him Patton Oswalt because it sounds like him. But so Patton Oswalt as Matthew continues to just be a delight, and I'm just really just loving this. And the bit with John and what was her name, Samantha, was also just really well acted, and it made like what could have been a boring set of scenes into something very tense and nail biting. So I really enjoyed that too. This is just professionalism.
Great job.
I don't know if you can hear that right now, but my food just beeped in the oven, so to let me know it's time to take it out. But yeah, it's a good thing I was basically done with this wrap-up anyway. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode in the comments down below, and just say hi if you want. And do your best, as always, to stay safe and be well, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.
I am a nova. All exploding, planet cremating.